This is music, and this is another batch of first impressions. Welcome to another first impressions video. Towards the end of 2021 and the beginning of 2022, I bought a whole bunch of blind buy CDs, and I'm chewing my way through them, having a great time. So I'm making these videos to share with you my first impressions of those CDs. I'm joined by a cat who's just underneath the microphone, chilling, having a good time. That's why you may be able to hear a cat purring. Anyways, let's get to business. Up first, we have Darkened, Into the Darkness. Awesome piece of cover artwork there. It's a 4-track EP. This is cover artwork that is very typical of contemporary death metal, and that's what this is. It's contemporary death metal, so that means it's death metal with old school leanings, but it also has some sort of modern elements to it. One thing I really like about it is, it's death metal. It has the tropes of death metal and it sounds great, but there's also quite a lot of melody here, and we're not talking like melodeath or anything like that. We're just talking, death metal that happens to, have some melody there, and it works very well. This is great. If you come across a copy of this and you like death metal, I think you should pick it up. Up next, we have this one here, Deathbound. It's called To Cure the Sane with Insanity. And we're dealing with grindcore here. And the cover artwork suggests that it's gore grind. And there are definitely some gore grind songs on here. They're not as, graphic and detailed in the descriptions of people getting butchered, whatever they sing about in gore grind normally. It's more subdued, although there's a song where they mention a lot of severed penises. But hey, whatever rocks your boat. This is... I think it's pretty good. Grindcore. It has sort of a modern kind of 2000s sound to it for sure. And the songs are actually kind of long for grindcore songs. We're talking 9 songs here. So we're not dealing with, micro songs, which, you find in a lot of grindcore otherwise. It's pretty well executed. It's fierce. You got blast beats. You got some punky elements. You got some deathy elements as well. If you come across a cheap copy of this and you like your grindcore, I don't see why you should not check that out. Up next, completely different style, Deja Vu, and this one is called Bullets to Spare. And I don't know if you can see exactly how many songs there are on here, but we got 13 regular songs and 2 bonus tracks. This here is traditional heavy metal, the way traditional heavy metal sounded in the 2000s. Now traditional heavy metal sounds very retro. It sounds a lot like 80s heavy metal and 80s hard rock, maybe even late 70s metal and hard rock as well. But this is 2000s traditional heavy metal. This one is from 2006. So we're dealing with music that sounds actually quite a lot like Judas Priest sounded like back in the 2000s. So a very modern sound. Some traditional heavy metal riffing, but you got some speed metal, some thrashy elements as well. Clean and crisp production. The vocals are of the Ripper Owens school of singing, I would say, which is good because I think he's a great vocalist and he has not deserved all the flack and criticism he received when he was in Priest. And I think this is a very good and enjoyable album, I would say. I enjoy all the songs pretty much. There's a lot of variety on here. It has the same kind of variety that you hear on The Angel of Retribution. There's a lot of, there are a lot of commonalities with 2000's Judas Priest on this one for sure. But yeah, great stuff. Deja Vu, Bullets to Spare. If you like sort of traditional heavy metal from the 2000s, I think you'll like that one. And you'll probably also like this one. That's another Deja Vu album. This one is called Decibel Disease, and this one is from 2008, so a couple of years later. This one also has, the obviously 2000s traditional metal vibe to it, traditional heavy metal riffage, some speed metal, some thrash metal elements, very clean and crisp production. The vocals are still within the Rapper Owens school of singing, but seems to me that there's also quite a bit of influence from Bruce Dickinson, the way he sounded in the 2000s. And this is another great album. So I would suggest if you like your 2000s traditional metal, there's a bit of power metal here too as well, to be honest. Very well executed, clean and crisp production, enjoyable songs, lots of variety within the still the boundaries of that genre. I suggest pick these two up. They're very enjoyable. I like listening to them for sure. And up last, this one here, The Executioner actually, by Deliverance. And this is just a CDR, so it's kind of a demo. This is what it looks like on the back. So it's a demo, or maybe sort of homemade EP, 4 tracks on it. It's an Italian band. I'm pretty sure it's an Italian band. The names sound Italian. So Deliverance. This was a freebie. It was one of the sort of just free items that were enclosed in one of the orders I picked up in Mephisto's web shop. I have since gone there and bought some stuff in person, and there will be an update video. So I wasn't sure what to make of this. I expected it might be some kind of, maybe cheesy power metal. It is kind of power metal, but I would say it's power thrash. It's not cheesy. There's some great riffs here. There's melody, there is aggression as well. I was very positively surprised by this release. So that is Deliverance, The Executioner. Great stuff. Just, all round great power thrash. If you come across this, I don't know how many of these there are actually out there. If it's just like a demo they made, there might be not a lot of them. But if you come across it and you like your power thrash, if you like your melodic thrash metal, if you like your sort of more maybe US power metal kind of stuff, I think you'll like this one too. So yeah, 5 CDs. I enjoyed all of them, so that was great. Thanks for watching.